number before I forget, 0705-428-388. You can send us those voice notes, those messages, those conversations, and we shall get to talk about them as well. Enjoy the show.
Yeah.
What's up, good people? Welcome to Tubonge. It's yet another beautiful Wednesday evening. Yes, you can talk to us on our social media pages. Tubonge manze. You can chat. You can chat with us. You can talk to us. This is a safe space. Yes, Tubonge.
Yeah, karibuni sana.
Wagwan beautiful people, how are you doing? My name is Shmani, SH with the money. Catch me live Hawaii on the Tubonge show. Karibuni, dive in the conversation and enjoy this amazing nation.
Yes, you heard it, and of course, karibuni sana once again. This is the Tubonge. We shall be getting back to the music and coming back as we get straight into our talks of today. As for our main focus, we shall be focusing on what just Ezekiel Mutuani, what he said, and I think that is something that actually needs to be much paid attention unto. But we shall be also dwelling rather, getting into some entertainment and checking on what is happening with our beautiful African people in terms of relationship, in terms of marriage, and everything that is going on. So tune in till the end of the show and catch up with us and give us your sentiments and let us know how you feel. We shall also come back with the quotes of the day.
Thursday's time. Friday we're live. Yo, talk your shit cause you are the shit. Post on fire picture and us on this. Niggas try to think but they don't know the half of it. These clown ass niggas make you laugh a bit. The way I beat that pussy up, it's like you started it. You got that cloud nine, it's like I charted it. You're mashing up my heart a bit, girl, I don't want no part of it. You should sell a bad bitch, start a kid. TC's hoes, TC's hoes a thing or two. You gon' make a real nigga put a ring on you. Girl, I throw it down when I put that.
Gone. Stop convincing yourself to stay in unwanted environments. Give yourself nothing but love.
My quote of the day says, don't take life too seriously. You will never get out of it alive.
Hey, my quote of the day says, if you want to give up, give up. Life is hard.
It's not.
My quote of the day is stay happy.
No, I don't play no game.
Life is not fun out here.
Who hurt you?
Life is hard. Life is
The girl who had broke the more, kindly undo it because you'll make. I just saw something today on one of my friends' status, and it was Edwin. Edwin had broke this girl, and she said she's already so far made 7 of them cry. 7 men. This year she has so far made 7 men cry. She's targeting 22.
Oh
and
my
you must
God.
pay for what Edwin did.
Maybe Tubonge is a victim.
Probably. So I don't know if you're Edwin,
we blame Edwin for this.
But anyway, karibuni sana family. Hope you guys are doing amazing. My name is Joby. We got Katie Shmani and Dimora in the building.
Yeah.
And this is the Tubonge show. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful week so far.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. But before we continue, I see Fulfill Production and a nice podcast. It's actually a radio station, and it is called the Black Hot Fire Network Radio. I also see somebody, Frederica Fred, and Asema. I love the podcast. Big up, guys. Loved her from Eastleigh. Thank you very much. Asante sana for joining us, Frederick.
Yes, and of course, karibuni sana. Today we shall be having different conversation. We don't know what happened to our brother Kamlesh, but we hope you are safe. We hope you're not being stoned anywhere. I hope you did not steal anything. I hope you are safe, but of course we're hoping to see you tomorrow. Kamlesh yesterday was jumped on right here. We don't know if we probably even don't know if he made it home safe.
Okay.
He's okay.
Yeah. He's good.
He met his match.
He just starts responsibilities today.
Kiangai. Yeah, he met his match yesterday, but
I
that
know,
is story
right?
for another day. I
Shout
tell
out to
you.
you, Kamlesh.
Shout out to King Shukid as well.
Yeah.
He pulled up on him. But anyway, we want to start with what is going on, and these are regarding single parent.
Anyone is not getting over it. Yeah, Aisha.
Like what?
Kamlesh, send us a sign.
Let
you are okay.
Let us know if you are okay. That's what's up. But yes, we're gonna start with one of the stories that is going on, and this is a man who's asking for an advice, and this is actually something very serious.
Okay.
And Dimore being part of the panel, Najayata changia sana. But it says this is the conversation. I have been dating a single mother who is older than me. We've been together for quite some time, and we have a child together. We love each other. She wants me to marry another lady of my age and keep our relationship private. What should I do? Dimori.
That's a good woman.
That's a good woman.
woman right
No,
there.
Kamlesh say the same thing.
Yeah, that's a good woman right
I didn't hear this story.
You didn't hear the story? I have been dating a single mother who is older than me. We've been together for quite some time, and we have a child together. We love each other, but she wants me to marry another lady of my age and keep our relationship private. What should I do?
The reason I'm saying that's a good one is because most men like the supremacy that comes with marriage, and the fact that she's older than him will mean that he will feel inferior at times, and the supremacy will not be there, and therefore he will not have his head high in the marriage and in the relationship. But this woman is willing to accommodate this guy's ego, anamwambia ndo utafute mtu wa age yako muoane, I'm still gonna be here. So they have a child together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good woman right there. I would take that. I would cooperate with her.
Okay, I think sijui niseme if she's a good woman, because she's now looking, and she's trying to massage the man's ego, unaona, and she's seeing, by the way, there's a time we might get to a point that I will not be understanding this man, and I think that woman is understanding as well, because she thinks that now, just because I'm older than this man, there's a time he will feel like I'm less, like more of the head of the family. But now this is why the woman, I think she is giving him the opportunity of having another woman. But if the woman is okay with that, I don't see why it's wrong. But now if the man who decided to go and find another young woman without the woman knowing,
consent,
it would be very bad. But it's the woman who wants that for the man, so it's very okay.
Lakini atuambia kaka kuna pesa.
Lakini mbona
The woman
unafichwa
has
kama
money.
ngoja?
Ndio hiyo.
Sini anataka kufichwa. Shmani ukitaka kufichwa, what
No,
does the
ask
man?
Wababa- Wababa
no,
wa
listen.
post.
Let me ask you. Wababa is different because
It's
they're
less
married.
innocent.
It's not. Wababa is different because they're married. You get? And then this woman is not married. Number one, okay? So there's a reason as to why maybe she wants to put you into hiding. Now ask yourself that question. First of all, does the child identify with you as the father? That can be the reason, because kama nakuficha, meaning mtoi hata labda
si wako.
si wako ama hata kupresent kama baba ya mtu huyu.
Labda
Maybe this
atakupatia
woman,
mtoto.
Unaoverthink.
maybe no, there has there's all about it that you have to think. Nobody just gives you a deal and you go with it without questioning and
This is
thinking
just a woman who
deeply.
wants some good time and some good sex with this guy, but hataki attachment.
Attachments.
That's
Na
all.
nataka mtoi.
Akona yeye already.
Mtoto ako naye, mtoto
So anataka tu hiyo good time, good sex with no attachment.
I think she's also not serious with the man, and this is why she's advising the man, go get a younger woman for you, because I think I'm not serious with you.
Yesterday, we had a very interesting conversation on the Black Kings frequency. I was part of the panel, and I remember one of the questions was, we were discussing about child-parenthood relationship, child-parent relationship, and there was a question pulled by Kamlesh. What is it that would make you have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I said not even money is enough. I don't want kids personally. I don't feel like I really want babies. And if that thought is ever gonna cross, or if I'm gonna have any, fine. But so long as I'm concerned and I am in my right state of mind, I'm not having kids. And the child said the same thing. Unless there's an oops moment, sour. But if there's no oops moment, I'm not willing to have a kid. My point is, on that discussion was, you, and it was all broken down, that we broke it down, you having a baby, not only do you need to be mentally, physically, financially ready. These, literally, this is like a marriage. These marriage, they've been together for quite some time, and they have a kid together. So why is it that you want to shift all of a sudden from a relationship of where you're trying to create a family and tell this man to divorce and go create a family elsewhere, and yours should be private? Like,
So
what is
for
being
me,
hidden?
just to chip on what you were talking about yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
it's a very interesting topic. So I have to contribute a little
Mm-hmm.
on why I would have a kid.
Yeah.
It's because I believe, this. As I said, life is hard. That's a fundamental fact.
Yeah.
Life is hard, very hard.
Mm-hmm.
And the main reason people get depressed and people lose it is because there are days you wake up and you just don't know the reason you woke up. Like, it feels like a cycle, a circle,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't even have a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Your career is not an enough purpose for you to wake up every day.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, it's gonna suck.
Mhm.
You're gonna get fired. You're gonna,
Mm-hmm.
So if your career is the main purpose you have in life, then when your career ends, you end with it. So the main reason I would have a kid is to have a purpose, to have something that I value more than I value myself, as in a way that
You're talking about
No, no,
selfishness.
no.
Yeah.
No.
I agree with you.
No.
Because we're talking about
I
selfishness.
have a reason why I'm saying this.
Uh-huh.
You wouldn't understand, of course. So there are days you wake up and
don't understand.
because
Make me.
I don't want to go there.
Because
So there are days when you wake up and you don't even feel like doing anything. But at the end of the day, you remember there is someone who depends on you, and that keeps you going. Actually, somebody told me you're never going to really understand life until you love someone
You
more
have a
than you
kid.
love yourself.
to add on
Which
it,
is my key.
to add on it, because I had Kamlesh saying, for him, when he built BIR is when he had Yumi, his daughter, and he found it drove him to
Exactly.
some actually extend and abilities he never thought he was capable of. At
Exactly.
some point, I'd say yes, because a kid, once it
You
is,
wake up and you want
yeah,
to
this-
give up and
you
you
are
look at her
literally
and-
responsible of someone and someone's life, and you're dedicating, because it comes with selfishness. It's what we're discussing on.
Yeah.
You have to deny yourself vitu zingine. You have to be selfish to give this child or him the world.
Job, I don't decline what he's saying and
Mhm.
purpose and all that. And I don't say you're not supposed to love. I get your point.
Mhm.
But what I actually decline, the reason as to why I'm having a kid is to find purpose.
Mhm.
That is something I do disagree, because if
You
you, don't
already
have
have
a purpose
purpose.
in yourself, you can't wait.
You can't have
Demora,
a
you
purpose
can't
in career.
understand.
Ah,
If you can't understand,
a career can't give you purpose.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you don't have a purpose personally, you can take care of yourself. How the hell are you thinking that bringing birth, or rather giving birth to a human being who is going to be fully dependent on you, who you have to show eternal love, okay, who you have to take full-time responsibility, you're going to have a purpose
If
for,
you want to
or
know-
rather you are going to raise. Wait, chill. So what I'm trying to say is, hizi stories are sikatai utajinyima ukiwa na mtoi. My purpose is, or rather my point is, you can have na si lazima ujinyime at a certain point. It's just getting it, not oops, because oops na sikatai, sometimes there is oops,
yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Sikatai, sometimes there is oops, sikatai. But if you have a plan for it, it's better because everything is going to get arranged.
Of
Yeah.
course,
Na
I agree
kutakuwa
with
na
that.
point yenye una feel as if acha
lazima
nijinyime,
nijinyime.
una get. That is
Yeah.
what I'm trying to like eradicate, and I'm
But I
saying
didn't
you
say
can
part
still
of
have
kujinyima
a
anyway.
purpose.
No, it's me. It's you
Yeah.
said it.
Yeah, I'm getting
Mine's
all
planned.
points, okay? So I'm trying to say you can still have your own purpose, because I do believe if I have to bring somebody in the world, I have to be super responsible.
Yeah.
You get, I have to stop everything I'm doing as a young woman, as a young girl, and know that personally,
your focus there.
on my kid, and I'm super ready mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, definitely everything, you see. So you have to find your own purpose. You have to know yourself deeply for you to come and raise somebody.
I agree with Shmani because childbearing for men and women is different.
Mm-hmm.
For a woman, it means so much more than it does for a man because for me, I can have a kid and my life still goes on the way it was before the childbirth.
Yeah.
But for a woman, it means so many things have to change and so many things have to stop.
You can't as
That's
a
why
father too.
that's for me it won't change as much. It really won't change as much. I'm not gonna get a maternity leave because my wife got a kid.
Yeah.
There's
But for you-
paternity leave.
Yeah, in Kenya. But for you, but for
Not
you
to-
so much
not in Kenya.
so much will change. And if you want to know how fulfilling raising a kid is, look for a 40-year-old woman with no kid and a successful career. And another one who doesn't have a successful career but ako tu anaweza tu jisustain na ako na a family, ako tu na mtoto mmoja ama wawili and a husband.
It's personal, maniga. There are people who don't want kids, maniga.
Yeah,
There are people who don't want.
want
There's a
kids.
woman who was confessing and she's saying I'm 40 and I've never felt like I need to have a kid.
Exactly.
And I've never felt lonely.
I'm not denying.
you know.
I'm not denying
A person
that.
like Joby just
Just died.
confessed that she
Yeah.
doesn't want
And
to
I've never felt lonely and she's 40 and she
And
said
if
I've
maybe
never
I'll
felt.
see Jui, but
I'm not
she
denying
died.
that, but at the end of the day, the main reason you were born is to procreate.
Yeah, I don't
That
decide.
is
I would
that's
like
a
him to
fact.
give 7.
That's a fact, you know.
Personal.
You have even your shape, even your
Let's not
shape,
push 7.
everything, even your body was created to raise a kid.
No, your
Yeah,
body
it
was
was.
created for you. You
No,
decide if you
You
want a
have
kid or
breasts
not.
so that you can breastfeed.
Because you're a woman.
That's
No.
my husband.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I know I won't get support on this, but at the end of the day, the main reason you were born was to procreate.
That's true.
Yeah.
I agree with
I
that.
think the reason people say we were born for procreation is just to make sure that the generation is continuing for
Yeah,
the
that's a biological
for the
fact.
continuity of the generation. But
Yeah.
for the for a fact, me, I don't think that we were born to procreate.
Joby,
I'd look it up. Tell me to look it up. Look up what? I'll look it up. I will look it up. We are under the internet.
I think it was a question. It was no more than looking at.
I wanted to tell you to look at something, but I'll tell you.
Anyway, back to the point of this man. Personally, I feel like going back to the point of where you're having a baby and you've seen that now you want to part this relationship. Unless we part in ways like Kabisa, we're single parents, fine. But me, I'm not having a kid by you. You're telling me we're married and you're still having someone else on the side. Okay? It's either you introduce this as a second wife, or I don't know. Especially, I think it's weird coming from a woman personally and me being a lady.
Yeah, and this is why
It's
I'm
really
saying,
weird.
Joby,
But I
it's
don't
very okay because she's the one who wants that. But now, if it was for the
Why
man,
do you want that?
that is the question. The man should be the one asking, not us, because the woman wants that.
I
You
can
know,
guarantee you 100% that the man does not have a problem.
the man even
He doesn't, of
maybe is
course.
not even
Even
asking
for
why.
sure.
It's
someone
very
like
okay.
me, I don't want to get married anytime soon.
Okay.
But in the few coming years, I'll try and get a kid, but not get married.
Assumption, you are married. You know this is the lady you wanna settle with for the rest of your life. Then one day you guys have a baby, the same scenario. She pulls up on you and she's like, Demore, I feel like it's a high time you go find someone else, but I want us to keep our relationship private. That is from your own. That is now, let's assume that is now you being affected by the same situation. What would you do? How would you handle it? Would you first question, or you gonna jump into you moving
An
to
older
another
woman,
woman?
a woman.
I'm saying this is someone you've settled with. You say this is the love of my life. I'm willing to take care of this person. I'm willing to have a family and build up with this person. The one day she pulls up on you like, I don't want to do this anymore, but I want it to be private, so you can go find another lady. Don't you feel like you should question?
That's fucked up.
Exactly.
I'm gonna question that, and I'm gonna get married to another person. We are just gonna cooperate.
You're gonna cooperate, but it's fucked up. You said it's fucked
Yeah,
up.
it's
Let me
fucked
ask
up.
you. Let me ask you something about this man that is not actually complaining, and you're saying you're congratulating this man. Okay. Let me ask you. The baby is gonna grow.
Yeah,
All right. Let's say the baby is a boy.
exactly.
You know that is gonna be a problem because maybe you're not going to be part of it. All right. Umeenda umeoa msichana mwingine. Nice and easy, si ndio?
Why you not
Hudem
part of
ame
it?
ngoja hudem amelea mtoi, si ndio? And at a certain point maybe she wants somebody who is mature, amuoe and something, and then you have to be For example, let's look at this. You're married to another woman, right? And this woman is telling you, get married to that woman. Of course, if I am the young woman who is married to you, I don't want an association
That's
with
fucked up.
wait, I don't want an association with you and the other woman, right?
Indeed.
And then there is a baby involved. You see, there's a lot of complication
fucked up.
because there is now going to be a lot of parties. You're going to father here, you're going to father here, and
Everyone.
then this woman is giving you directions. Ni mkubwa anakwambia ndio wewe huyu utaenda wewe. Meaning atakuwa anakudirect. Unaelewa? Wewe pia uko na wife mwenye anataka pia kuwa comfortable kwa hii complicated relationship
And how
you
many
have.
kids are you
And
going
maybe
to have?
The
because you are
solution is
young.
simple. Just leave her, go get married to another one,
Yeah.
but don't live your child's life. Ndio maana nimesema you do co-parent.
Now I'm
So,
asking
you're-
you, kama ni mtu mwenye dimore, kama mtu anakwambia sikutaki, ni mtu mkubwa, si ndio? Anakwambia mimi sikutaki.
Bas.
Meaning ni msi anakucontrol, alright? Because she can stand on her own. First of all, let's not forget she's mature. Ni mkubwa than you, okay? First of all, mature people, mature men or mature women. For example, a mature woman, a young man is him show.
So we have
Una
to
get-
ask Anna, is she keeping the baby away from the man? You know that's the
Sasa mi ajaandika hiyo, but we are just giving, unajua mbona ni discussion possibilities.
Yes.
So that everybody is straight. Kunaweza kuwa na hii situation, kunaweza kuwa na hii situation. There can be a lot of reasons as to why. Let us not just go direct to it is like this. And I don't want to stick to that point where we have to assume, okay, this is like this. But what if it's like this? What if uoe mtu anakaa hivi? And then there's a complicated relationship. You have a kid.
Oh, unless uko na ufala.
You have fathered a kid with a different woman. There is a sugar mama, let me say a mature person, okay, who is controlling you, okay, telling you and pushing you around like a small boy. And yet you're a father of even more than because umezaa huyu mwingine. To this other young woman, wewe ni kama the man, okay, but to the older woman, wewe ni kama
The
the woman, you get. So it's like complicated type of thing, and you never complicate maybe your marriage, and also might affect your kid that you are sired with this woman. So it's a complicated
And also
stuff.
this woman might at some point want to get married
Yeah.
again, and now it will become where this child is with the stepdad. Imagine
being
now,
raised with a different person.
with a different person, and you have your dad, you have the stepdad. It will be
A
like too
complicated
much for
stuff.
the kid.
Yeah,
It is
you
crazy.
can imagine.
It
It's
is crazy. But personally, I'd tell the guy, me, I feel like by the
Just take care of your kid. Man.
take care of yourself too,
Yeah.
because I don't know how many
Think about
relationships
responsibility.
you're gonna go hopping onto, before you find the right one. And actually that's when, because I think before I go into the next question, there's this video that has been trending of this the mom and the relationship,
Mother-daughter.
the
Yeah,
mother-daughter
that's
relationship.
scripted, yeah.
That is
But
where the
that is
disrespect from
scripted.
children comes. Is it scripted?
Yeah.
It
Even
can't
if
be
it's
scripted, but
scripted,
it's
it's
content.
Content. They have been
Happen.
going live on TikTok.
But there's
It's content.
It's okay, but Katie,
there's
there's
reality.
reality
Yeah.
Of course,
that.
of course.
Exactly.
Guy,
Yeah.
there's reality of that, and me upset, especially like I was just looking at the scenario, unatoka nika single room, unatu and even to the relationships zikuwa. And actually some, I think these were parents need to be very careful with the relationships, how you actually expose yourself, the relationships you have with your spouses, and how you display yourself to children. It has a repercussion, and it was not really nice to see that. In reality, there are some things that are really happening like that, and that is actually so disrespectful. But anyway, as we move on to the next thing, this is about a woman. I was asking an advice about her mom. She said, my mother threatened to walk naked if I got married to my baby daddy. The man I later married died, and I'm now a widow with 2 kids. What should I do?
I don't.
She said, my mother threatened to walk naked if I got married to my baby daddy. The man I later married died, and I'm now a widow with 2 kids.
The question is, the baby daddy is the man that the mom didn't want.
Yeah,
You know,
but she got
parents-
married again the second time, and the husband died. Now she has 2 babies, and she's a widow.
We were having this conversation the other day, and someone was saying, somebody was talking about how the mom always used to be rude to her, and so she told the mom, "Kia niongelesha hivyo tena utaona." And the mom never talked back to her like that again. And so people were like, "No, you shouldn't disrespect your mom and everything." Of which is true. You should always have some respect for your parents, and because they brought you here,
Yeah.
and you should always have respect. But we also, some parents are just fucked up.
They are just toxic.
They are parents who just have issues.
Yeah.
For
I do
example,
agree.
how do you threaten to strip naked?
Ende tembee, kwani mwanaume ni wako, wewe ndio unalala na yeye.
I mean,
The fuck?
we never talk
Katembe
about
uchi.
we never talk
Yeah.
about how some African
Parents
are toxic.
fucked people up,
Mm-hmm.
fucked some of us up. You know?
Toxic
Yeah.
parenthood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Literally, I do agree with Demore, and this is where we talk about toxic family, toxic parents. You know, at a certain point, it is said that family, you can choose and make your family. You know, because a lot of people run from their families, and it's not that they don't actually have people where they, or rather, people who gave birth to them. They do have parents, they do have family members, but they become toxic in your life. Mpaka sasa una feel some type of burden. You're like, I wish I was not born in this type of family. So a lot of people fix, and mostly if your parent is from a very concrete African home, you know, and then it is just too stark. Like, this is what you're supposed to do. You have a mindset of your own, and your mother is threatening you that if you get married to this man, you're going to walk naked. Go and walk naked. And you know, walking
And
naked
that's a
for a
curse.
parent is a curse.
It's a-
First of all, from an African perspective,
Yeah,
it's
the
a
worst
big
curse
curse.
you can have.
So let's go. You go and walk. You know, sometimes it's said karma, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, karma. I don't believe in CGT curses. I just say if you're a bad person, you're a bad person, and karma just hit you because you're a bad person.
Yeah.
So don't come and say I'm gonna curse you, and at a certain point, your curse unanipea ni wewe ndio ungefaa upewe. Their parents actually do really bad thing. I have a friend of mine. The mom was pimping her to men, you know, each and every time. Ananiambia eti my mom as eti namwambia kwani where are you? Eti I'm in Eldoret doing what? There is this guy. I'm like, which guy again? And you know they're not young people.
Yeah.
And then I'm asking, does your mom know? Eti mamangu ndiye aliniconnect. I'm like, so when is this gonna stop? You know, it's super crazy. You are young. You're in campus. Like you are in like 4th year, 3rd year. And then after campus, the mom is telling her that, you know, her mom is single mother. I don't have a husband. Sijai jengewa. So marry this man because he has money, some white old dude, because he has money and he can take care of what?
Of
Us,
me.
natani jengia kwa. I'm like, this is your shit. You fucked up yourself. Unajua, if I choose not to follow your path, na nataka kunikas just because I'm telling the truth, na ni vitu wewe ndio ungefaa ufanye. If you're feeling like I am doing wrong with this guy, it is my path. Let me do wrong. Acha nipate my curse, right? Let me find my lesson. Let me get all the punishment and the whips I decide. But it's not supposed to be mothers pushing you to do this. Parents pushing you, because this is where people cut family off and go and create their own family. In fact, some families are just burdened. They give you headaches every day. They push you to be crazy, and it is just super mad. Me, I'm just super tired.
I'll start with this. Never hesitate to cut off toxic family members, because these people will drain you. They will drain you. If you've done this, you know you're not supposed to disagree. If you've
And
done
people
this,
black
you know, if you even bring some man to them, they're like, you know, you're not supposed to marry a man who looks like this. You know, this man is from this tribe. We don't marry from this, you know. And at the same time, I feel like we have toxic parents who always bring their anger to their children. They project their anger to their children, and it has affected the children more than the parents, because if you try to project your anger to me, I'll be affected, and I'll be like, my mom is like this, my mom is like she doesn't love me, you know. And yesterday I actually saw a story yesterday. And this was a young girl who committed suicide at the age of 11. Imagine what she wrote on her suicidal note. She wrote this: "Mom, you've always told me how unhappy you are to see me. You've always told me how you hate me. You've always told me that you never really wanted to have me as your child. You've always told me how I was a mistake. Now I've chosen to leave this world, and I've chosen to live it forever, because I felt like this. I'm a burden to you, because you have to take care of me, and you always take care of me with too much anger, telling me how
bad I am, how I was a mistake, and it was not my fault to find me to find myself in this world. You brought me here. I don't know what's happened to your previous relationship, or I don't know about my dad, but you've never tried to show me my dad, and if you could have, I would have gone to my dad. I've kept on asking if I have other family members, but you never showed me other family members. So I've just decided to live forever, and for now, I think you'll have peace because I'm no longer there. And I was now thinking, now imagine this is an 11-year-old child who is always being fed by the mom. How I'm not happy without you. How I'm not at peace with you. You know, I'm not at peace with you. I'm not at peace knowing that you're my child, you know. And this child was like, this is too much for me. She's very young, but she felt like this is too much for me. I cannot take this. Now imagine we have people who grew up in places where they are hated, toxic families. From the firstborn to the lastborn hates you. You feel like you're an outcast. Now imagine the burden they carry in their heart. Now let's talk about this woman. This woman is now the mom is threatening her to walk. Is threatening her in case she gets married to this man, she will walk naked. Why don't you walk naked? It's you who want to walk naked. How does my relationship with this man, or what did you do to this man, or what have you done with this man that you don't want me to get married to him? You know, you can get married to him and go away so that they can never see each other. But why are you telling me not to marry this man? Because you must have a reason. You just walk naked. And now
or go and marry that man.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes I feel like when they do things to make sure that now it looks like it was a curse. Maybe mama alikorogea huyo mwanaume sumu akakufa or something. Maybe this man got sick because of this woman doing some crazy things.
But
you know,
so the mother does not want her to get married to the baby dad.
My advice to this girl
so maybe
is
the
simple.
mother is in love with the baby dad.
My advice to her is simple.
Wants to keep him.
Sometimes you have to, you know,
Not
sometimes
the dead one.
you have to love your family members, but from afar. Sometimes you just have to love them from a distance.
From afar, exactly.
So man, just relocate, go live somewhere far.
where they don't even
Be talking
know.
to your mom over the phone. Don't be telling them your business. Go get married to whoever you want to get married to. Say nangi hata ushago. Just love them from a distance.
I mean, it's all
that
about
simple.
you when you been Adam.
Exactly.
So long as, well, I mean, I do believe it's your energy. Unaelewa? If you have the right energy and you're not guilty about anything, if you're in the right conscience, move. Nobody's supposed to be making you guilty. Oh, you didn't do this. You did. So long as your conscience is clean, that's it.
I agree with all of you as well. I want to go the same thing you've said. Love the family from a distance. And what just Katie said, feel free to walk away from toxic family members. Because, again, once you attain 18 or whatever your state declares of you being a grown-up, but for us it's 18, when him to mkubwa, you can make your own goddamn decisions. The fact that you've had a baby, you being called a mom, anyone else has literally you deserve respect. Nothing but just respect, starting from your own goddamn mom. She knows hiyo uchungu ya kukuleta kwa dunia, and bearing the name of a mother. It's not just a simple word. There's no utakuja uniambie, now you are a mother, I want to control you and rule how you should be a mother. No. It's my kids, it's my life, it's my way. I run my life, not you running my life. And I'd say the same thing. Because
not unless now this woman is feeling threatened because maybe her mom
the
is
curses,
providing.
the curses.
Not even the curses. Unajua Joby, labda wewe ujiwezi umeenda hapo hivyo kupelekea mamako mashida zako. You've given birth, you've gone to stay at home. The mom is taking care of you and your child. And maybe that is the case, and this is why the mom is threatening her. Maybe the man doesn't have money, and she knows that this man is not capable of taking care of my daughter and the
happiness
the
over
grandchild.
everything, okay? Happiness over everything.
Hao ni
includes-
watu wanataka kutoa.
Choose yourself.
Yeah, includes even the money
Kuonyesha
itself.
Run
It might be
what?
somewhere kuna do na una mistreatiwa. So kuna zagani ukae na mse ati just because they have the ability to take care of you, you want them talking shit to you just because wako na ability ya kuchunga. I always say no, you have walk away, and life will never, literally the universe will never give you more than you can't handle. That is just the nature of life. anything that's thrown at you, remember it's not to you, it's for you, so you can handle, and that's on period. But anyway, on the next statement, we want to also talk about I think there's some things you guys had spoken about earlier on the Vibe show. We have Calligraph Jones calling out on Kwambox, claiming he turned down the interview of BBC. Personally, I've not followed this story, Sana. So, sijui what to really say.
So what happened is Calligraph.
I just feel like I think it's really not really touchy.
No, let me tell you why it is touchy and why I really want to keep deep on this. Is because first of all, what is happening is Calligraph, I think he was in London, for a tour or something, I don't know, maybe performance or event. And when he came back, when he was there, he's trending on Twitter, okay? And the reason I saw he's trending in Twitter is Kwamboka and whoever, I don't know his co-host name. The Chito.
Yes.
I don't know him so well. I thought it was Obina. Immediately.
I know.
This is running immediately, I'm telling you. So Chito and they said that Calligraph was called for an interview with, is it BBN One Extra? BBC One Extra, and that is the biggest of course media, TVs or radios or whatever it is in the whole world, okay? And now Calligraph Jones came and said that you guys are lying. There's nothing like that happened. Now the reason as why I'm thinking it's a big thing. For example, we have, and I don't say we like these media companies, major media companies, instead of them taking professionals, sometimes they just take people to work because of numbers. And that is a problem we have right now. If you go to big media stations, even the radio stations, unapata they have maybe some people who are non-talented, literally. Ni venye tu mtu akona 500,000 followers, somebody has 1 million followers on something, or maybe on Instagram or on TikTok, you see, they have influence. But yet there are people who are talented, people who have gone to school for this shit, people who have practiced this thing and they know what to do when we talk about radios and TVs, right? When you look at professionals, somebody knows before I hear anything, even us we know, before I hear anything on radio, because I have a mass of people listening, I have to do my research, and that is somebody who knows the rules of MCSK and media. You will not get a professional journalist going to yap Kenya ajui. In fact, kama ujui unasema let me confirm, and you play with the words. Even your listeners will not even realize you don't know what you're talking about.
True.
But we kupeana false information. This has happened a lot of time. And the other time I keep on saying na relate na Brand Shira. Calligraph Jones is a rapper.
Yeah.
But Aziad is also a content creator. Sawa. Shira talked something he didn't know and he faced the consequences. Now we have the biggest radio station that people are going to listen to, and Calligraph might lose deals. Unajua?
Because of that.
Because of miscommunications. And he might lose a lot of things because of stuff that they said. And who are we going to blame here? Are we going to blame Kwamboka? Are we going to blame Kiss? Who are we going to blame? And do you think they're going to face the consequences? It is high time that also this media look at who. Don't just pick anybody. And I don't say she's not good. You might be good in the mind. But as a journalist, you're not supposed to yap what you don't know.
On that, I'll say two things. And the first is that at the end of the day, this is somebody's business. No, this is a business. If I set up a radio station, it's my business.
And Calligraph is also a business.
No, listen. Let me finish first. So this is my business, and at the end of the day, I'm paying bills. I need profits, And a radio like Kiss is in the entertainment industry. There's a difference between Kiss Radio and Radio Citizen. I'm a KBC. Kiss doesn't even hata inanga news. So at the end of the day, I look for entertainers, people who have numbers. I'm not gonna hire some geek who got a first class in journalism to come give gossip. I look for somebody with wait,
you are disagreeing with my point.
Yeah, I am.
You are.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna look for somebody with a first class degree in mass communication to come and earn numbers. It's my business. I need return on my investment. So I'm gonna get people with numbers, entertainers to entertain people. That's why somebody like Oga Obina will never lack a job any day, because when he comes, if you bring Oga Obina to Black Hot Fire, he's coming with 1 million listeners.
Do we forget our ethics as journalists just to go for
there.
numbers?
I'm coming there. The first thing I've said is this is my business. The ethics are not gonna pay my bills, you know.
Okay.
I have to pay my employees. I have to
Nigga,
pay
this
my
mentality
overhead
and
costs.
you're a radio host.
I said
is not going to work for you in the
I said
streets.
I'm saying two things on that. So when we come to radios that are in the entertainment category, there are things that suit entertainers better.
Yeah.
You know, you're never gonna find tell me one entertainer who reads 9 o'clock news.
None.
None.
No.
They can't replace
Unless
that.
it's us.
Tell me one entertainer who is a news correspondent in a big media house in Kenya. They can't replace that. For example, right now there was that fraud of climate summit in KICC.
Yeah.
Do you think somebody like Kwamboka could angekubaliwa kuingia hapo?
Of course.
She doesn't have the credentials. So she's limited to entertainment and gossip. And then those who graduated with their first class now can do the other part of the boring stuff, the news. Yeah, that's the way the media works.
I do believe.
That's the way the
Me,
media
I
works.
think Dimore is
That's the way
actually
it
right.
works.
Because the more skia saizi, the more we are talking about what Nani Kwambox and Chito said, the more people are going now to get the real video of them saying.
You're talking
And
about it
actually,
because
you know,
she did
and
that.
we are talking about.
biashara ya calligraph pia. You guys should also,
Okay, we
should
are
also
getting
check on
that.
calligraph
But
as a brand and
did
business.
you see how
When it
Calligraph
comes-
responded?
Yeah, it
And
publicity.
Hakuna publicity
Negative
yenye calligraph
publicity
anapata
is
from
all- negative-
Kiss. It is wrong. You're not
For
supposed to
PR
Of
tunasemanga
course.
negative
woman.
publicity is
For
also
It's
publicity.
also
publicity.
publicity.
Yeah.
Let me tell
Kudanganya
you,
pia
did
biashara
no,
ya
see,
mtu
atusemi
Kenya.
tudanganye. Let me
That's a
tell you
decline.
something. Did you see how Calligraph responded? Alisema aje nakuja kudeal na nyinyi.
So me, I don't
So
have a
after,
yeah.
after that, did you see the next show? Actually, haikuwa the next show. The same show yenye Kwambox walisema Calligraph.
Labda hata shit ni scripted.
Yeah,
Si waliscript na
yes.
Triomio the other day.
Calligraph,
Waliscript na
like you
Triomio
see,
wakamtusi
the
akatoa
same,
ngoma.
you know, the same show. It was the same show.
The same
Yenye,
people.
the same show and the same day, they were talking about calligraph refusing to go to that interview, and now an hour later they say, do you know we're trending on Twitter? Do you know calligraph is angry at us?
So
Do you know? And it is the same show an hour later. Do you know calligraph is mad at us? Do you know calligraph is even coming
Shmani,
for
the
us?
problem I
And
don't have a problem with that is let entertainers do the entertainment part, the gossip part. Hiyo achia kina na senya. Acha wapige gossip, entertainment, then let the professionals handle the news, the serious stuff. Hautaipata Kwamboka akisoma 9 PM news.
And after that,
Yeah.
Kwamboka
Acha pige
alisema aje, calligraph the only way to solve this, tunajua tumekukosea. Sikia, alisema tunajua tumekukosea for that part, but what we will do, we will welcome you and we will invite you here to come so that we apologize live on air.
Okay,
So
I don't disagree. Listen, I say I don't disagree with business and all that, but also I want you guys to be open to what if. Okay, it might be cloud because it might be cloud. Highest point, it can be cloud
It
because calligraph has been trending for the
Yeah.
past 1 week, or 2 weeks because of bongo favor. It might be cloud, but what example, okay, are you giving to other aspiring journalists? I do believe
those people are
They'll
not
get their
journalists.
jobs
Those
in the
people are
market.
hosts.
Listen, I do believe kuna host
Entertainers.
Katie,
Yeah.
kuna entertainers. I
Kuna
do
host
believe
na journalists.
who is supposed to be working on radio.
It depends with the
Everybody
show.
host. It
Depends on
depends
the
with the
show.
show and the
If it's a
nini.
gossip show, get gossip
Yes,
parts,
But
entertainers.
you are providing propaganda. That is my problem. It is
Kazi
propaganda.
yako ni kukuja kupigisha watu
Kudanganya.
propaganda.
Keji,
Hata
hata
kama
kama
kudanganya.
Hii ni uongo ama ni
Si-
kweli?
Si ni uongo.
Exactly.
Sijui kama ni uongo ama ni ukweli. Sijui kama
Mimi
ni
najua
kiki.
ni
But
PR.
your
Alikataa.
work as an entertainer
Yeah.
is to come here upige nini propaganda
So
zako
I
like
get-
Kibe
but I get
does.
to
But
Money
you don't
and
No,
lie.
let me ask
but
you.
you don't lie. Kibe is
You
speaking
don't
his
lie.
facts because he
Yes,
has
like
justification.
and
Kate.
okay,
You
let's
also
talk
have to get
about
what Shmani is
I'm
worried about. She's
getting
worried about
the ethics
qualified
and the
journalists not
yeah.
getting jobs.
And even
because-
journal and as a journalist, I feel like, for example, I do believe And this is something I do believe. I don't know if you guys, you might have studied for journalists,
Yeah.
right? Because I went to school with people who were entertainers.
Yeah.
The Walikwa class, of course, they have certificates for journalism.
Yeah.
But they're still fun and can actually be doing this other thing. So naelewa, sikatai. I'm just asking if this is what we are doing right now as a journalist, or rather as a whole media, career.
Not a whole media.
But
Wait,
You have to
Katie, wait. I have not declined your point. You see,
Yes.
I am talking about the ethics of MCSK,
Okay.
of Media Council, and that's on period, So if we are talking about what are we showing to the world, and I have a problem because when you're going to talk about journalism, all of us have different perspective, and
Yeah.
all of us are all of us are on radio, all of us are on media.
Yeah,
So my
we don't-
problem is, I agree. Let me just say this so that we can end it.
Okay.
Your
This is
perspective
not
is
going to
valid.
end.
Yeah, this is not going to end because I do disagree with you because I do believe in ethics. Okay, I do
But
believe
you also
in,
have to point out also
Yeah.
qualified journalists. Most of them
Exactly.
are not even ethical.
and they don't even have the jobs. My problem is that
Even some with jobs are not ethical.
exactly.
Look
Dimore.
at Fox
And
News.
there are
look
some that are very ethical.
Yeah.
There are some that actually face. There are journalists who want to be journalists. There are people who want to give message out there. There are people who want to speak their own truth and have influence. What about those people? So I do agree with you. You have your point, Mac's point, on a certain level on business. But also this other point is true, which is not gonna end.
You also-
Let me tell you
before-
something,
before-
Shmani.
just
I'm
a
not
minute.
talking about being unethical. We are talking about different industries. In media, in radio
Entertainment.
stations, we have different industries. Kuna wa news, there's a journalist, there's a host, and there's a newscaster. We have all different
Shmani and
yes, and
genres.
also and also Shmani, you have to get this by meaning propaganda. I'm saying don't defame others. You are
Just
not
entertain.
supposed to defame others. Just entertain. Ufai kukuja kusema sijui calligraph anafanyanga, calligraph alifanya. Just entertain people without defaming others. Yes.
Exactly my point.
Before Joby speaks, Shmani, if you remember, there was a unit in campus that was called news writing.
Yeah.
And the first thing that you are told in news writing is if a man bites a dog, if a dog bites a man, that's not news.
Yeah.
But if a dog bites a man, that's not news.
Yeah.
But if a man bites a dog,
That's
that's
news,
news.
yeah.
So if you are an entertainer, you always have to twist things
Yeah.
and to look for clicks and everything. So
Twist, play, propaganda. But
Exactly.
at the end of the day,
Don't
let it
defame
be.
and
the
let us
truth.
now hear from the queen of propaganda.
Joby Cook.
Personally, I didn't know that is what I didn't follow up on much. That's why when I started the story, I said I didn't know much. But I'm glad to know what really happened, and I agree with you
Yeah.
because it's something we did say there. Actually, I think last week or towards the end of the week or something we mentioned.
Yeah.
We said it's really, really good, and people have to stop. Using you are a brand.
Yeah.
Trust you me. Even for you, Katie. Because whatever Shmani is saying, it's true.
Yeah.
There's businesses. Let's say mtu kama calligraph akona deals mob
Ah.
and waiting projects, waiting collabos, because these people won't have to display everything that they're supposed to do before the end of the year for us. But kuna deals wamesign, kuna projects zinaongojea,
Yes.
and this is to do with their brand that has gotten them that opportunity.
Yeah.
The moment you're messing with someone's brand, you're messing with everything
money
involving
too.
their money.
Your
I mean,
business
perfect
is their
perfect
money.
example is I think Kanye when he did the anti-Semitic
Yeah.
when Kanye did the anti-Semitic thing,
Yeah.
we don't know how many brands
Yes,
pulled down on him.
exactly, yeah.
How many brands you saw Kanye no longer working with Nike, Kanye is no longer working with
Yeah,
Balenciaga
Adidas.
because it's your brand. The moment you mention or something about you is mentioned and people pick. Whether negative or positive, it has an impact on you as a brand.
Let me say something.
Now back
Okay.
to the media, and I agree we are supposed to give propaganda, and I
Not all shows though.
not all shows. There's propaganda of some things you're supposed to talk about,
Yeah.
but some things again also watch. Look at. Understand what you're speaking on business and everything. You're gonna pick someone, people are gonna
With
be doing it.
numbers.
Yeah, exactly. And the profit also needs to come back in the business.
Yeah.
But also watch your brand as well,
Yeah.
what it might do. Because maybe kama pia many brand or any brand, I can also damage your brand.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you're known by million people. I'm also considered by million people, And maybe for me, if I pull up maybe I pulled up in your radio station and you gained half a million people through me, and through you tena through me tena nataka kutumia jina langu niharibie.
Yeah.
Na labda kupull kwa studio yako nilikupulia namba fulani. Hatutakubaliana.
But
Business is business, it has to be respected.
Yeah.
As journalists we're supposed to know our lines.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. And let me say something.
Scripted, because
Yeah.
if it's not calligraphy and angewasu and
Actually, actually,
Akirudi
we are
atawasu
waiting
na apata
to
his
see.
millions.
No, we are
Where's
waiting
the
to see how
clout?
the case goes ndio tutadecide kama ilikuwa cloud, because I saw calligraph saying you can see the hatred with these people. They even tagged the BBC. They tagged the BBC. So we are waiting to see if it was cloud or we are waiting to see.
Alikuwa na promote
Yeah.
interview. Kama
Yeah.
angefanya hivyo hata hatungejua
So
kulikuwa na interview.
tutajua
No,
tu.
they
We are
should
waiting
be
to
busy.
see.
They are big-
We are
this is
waiting
what
to see kama calligraph ataenda studio. Na ujua akienda hiyo ilikuwa kiki juu. Huwezi enda kusit down na watu wanakusema
The other day
vibaya.
walipasha-
Then I'm going
the other
to
day
be-
walipasha Triomio akakuja studio
Then
na yeye.
I'm going to be really super hungry because of course I'm also looking at if calligraph is chasing clout like that.
Maybe he is.
And which
Yeah.
example kama calligraph ni OG Cindy and a set example for young people in
OG.
the industry, you see, young people in the industry or even people who have been in the industry, inafai kuwe artists are also respected. Una get? So if it is something that they want to damage, if it is, okay,
It's just
wait, don't make conclusions. If it is, I'm just saying, come on, cloud, shame on him, because I do believe.
shout out to him, Can Cloud.
I do believe if it is
Not
clout,
shame on him.
if it is clout, you might get from a business perspective. But I'm ethical. I do believe artists deserve respect.
True.
I do believe artists deserve to get paid. I do believe art is not entertainment. It is a business. It is supposed to be paying your bills. It is supposed to get you the money that you need. So if somebody is messing with your business, that is somebody who you are supposed to come after. So artists are supposed to, hata kama ni mdogo, kuna watu wana, kuna watu, sue them so that you can also see other artists getting respected. Wao pia wanaona, don't joke with artists like that. You don't come for my paper. You don't come for my shit.
And this is why I'm saying we have to wait and see how it goes. Kama calligraph will sue these people, it was actually not Kiki. And Kama calligraph will also go to Kiss Radio and do an interview with these people. Ilikuwa ni Kiki, sindio? And this is why I'm saying we have to wait and see, because at the end of the day, kila mtu hapa hivi saizi naona anatafuta Kiki tu.
Well, we hope to
Kiki
see.
lakini the right way.
We know exactly, because
the right way.
whatever you just said, it's true. You know, if you are an OG, you have to, and it's near to actually Yosema, that is calligraph. He says that if you are a boss, you need to
But
be
calligraph hata
engaged
haitaki
in
clout. Yeye mwenyewe ni
little
brand.
beefing.
Exactly.
You know,
What the fuck is wrong
yeah.
with
If you are an OG, you need to be engaged in little beefing. You know, that's what he says. But
Kama ilikuwa ni Kiss ndio ilikuwa inatafuta clout na yeye. You never know. Labda walijua show yao ni relevant wasipo beef na calligraph. So it could be anything.
well, we hope to see nothing but just the best out of all that. But anyway, as we continue, I see Jiba Jaba in the building and Joel Mosquito. I don't know if you have comments on TikTok, but let me go through on
Keith,
YouTube.
Keith is on TikTok. Is saying exactly 100%. Katie, D is right. Guy, Keith, who calls D? Jesus Christ, Keith. And then Keith is saying whoever has talent, money, that's who you choose. Kami is a journalist, has a journalist degree, but Joby is better. Exactly. That is why I was saying talent, okay, and I also said
Ethics.
practitioner, and I also said papers. You don't decline, unasikia, but there are people who are better at it. Na unaweza chagua msee juu ako na numbers na ni dumb.
True.
You get facts.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
I also see Jiba Jaba in the building. Karibu sana. You're saying hi family. Hope you all are well. Afternoon in the 254 as well on my end. Afternoon, actually evening from our end. It is exactly 1 minute past 5 p.m. right in the 254. Joe Mosquito, karibu sana. You're saying hello guys. I'm coming in late. I'm glad you still did catch up with us. You're asking Joby, where is Kamlesh today? Did that arrogant guy from yesterday beat him up? No, he didn't. But that's what we were saying. We hope he got home safe. We hope he didn't get knocked outside there. You know, we hope he got home safe. But as I saying, everyone wants the gotcha question, journalists and the public. Sometimes it's for shock, but can be used for the truth by exposing the powerful. That is true. And just saying that Tally Hot General, what's popping, I don't know what that means, but anyway, Jiba is saying that I love people we use our hands to accurate our speech. Oh, okay. Okay. Articulate our
these
speech.
gestures.
And he's also saying that John Moscow is saying that Shmani waves those skinny arms like nobody's business when she's trying to make
Are you
her
sure they are
point.
skinny
You have
though?
to hear
She's
her.
not skinny though.
Don't come for me.
She's not
Yeah,
skinny.
yeah, yeah.
Shut up.
I should zoom the camera maybe way closer. She's not skinny. She got the muscles.
But I'm not bigger. I'm just big down.
Yeah.
I'm skinny. They can't see the down.
I also see that Shmani looking like Cleopatra Jones. Good stuff. Okay, that's what's up. But anyway, as we move on,
Shout out to Calligraph with he's doing an amazing work.
Manze,
Yeah.
kweli?
Niliona pale ameambia mtu remove those cameras. I have
I'm
my
with,
family,
I'm
man.
with my family and
Why
I'm
do
with
people
my
respect
wife and my
people?
kids.
Respect
Toys
people.
of camera.
I mean,
Period. Yeah.
I see Esther Passaris moving a little bit into politics now to serious matters
Yes, sir.
that involve us and concern us. Esther Passaris is being fined. This is the women rep representatives of the ODM party, and she's being sued or fined 250,000 Kenyan shillings for supporting the finance bill that was passed this year. And actually, apart from that, when I think to add on top of it, remember when we were discussing about the finance bill, actually the courts had already agreed into passing the finance bill before it was mentioned, and then before they came and said that this is all like scam and all that, like walikuwa washa braibiwa
Walikuwa
wakasign.
wanadanganya eti
Yeah,
wamestopisha.
yeah.
On that, let me start. On that, I hardly support ODM, but on that I do. Because, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, at the beginning, at the beginning of the day, you join a certain political party because you are affiliated with what it stands for. And every political party has what it stands for. And there's something called political prostitution where you are here, uko hapa, ujuagi unakuaga wapi. So there's a reason why, kama when you are ODM, kama ni US, if you are maybe a Democrat, you are a Democrat because you
have a stand.
you affiliate with what it stands
Yeah.
for. If kama ni Kenya, if you are an ODM member, it's probably because you love this and this about the party.
Yeah.
So the party, you should first and foremost, you should respect the party yenye uko. Otherwise, if you wanna be free and you talk about democracy and shit, then you can just be an independent candidate. Nobody's gonna question you.
Exactly.
So if the party, the inaitwaje hiyo party yao?
Yeah.
NASA, NASA ni ya kitambo.
Azimio.
If Azimio sat down and decided that the finance bill is not okay, they unanimously passed that, and you went against it, then you deserve to be demoted.
Yeah.
Because you are going against the party rules. And
I
support
do.
Azimio.
I agree with you, but at a certain point I do disagree. And the reason as to why I do disagree is this party affiliation, they are also not standing for. Unajua, Azimio pia ni shaky. Let us speak facts. Unajua, wanaweza kuwa na stand about stuff, they have their affiliation, but you see them acting differently.
True.
And let me say this. Come for me if you want. For example, Raila Odinga, sindio, is the party leader. So yesterday when we saw him going to, the summit, should we now charge him for going there? Because they had their own thoughts. Now
Absolutely.
alikuwa
So
meka.
ukifeel kama wanafikiria,
There's a
do the
video
honorable,
I
if you
saw,
feel like the party is not doing the right thing, do the honorable thing, resign from the party.
Yeah.
See, you no longer identify with the
party.
So
they were-
resign
Before
and
you
go back to
continue,
the...
this is how your point. Before we continue, actually, to answer Ashmani about Azimio leader going to the summit and he was received by the deputy president, there was a video I saw today that some European government had threatened Ruto's government, Ruto and Gachagua, not to kuonyesha madharau, to kuonyesha madharau.
Show disrespect.
Yes, to show disrespect, to dare disrespect Raila when he was getting to the summit or when he was going to attend the summit. So they were told, it looked like it was staged. When Gachagua was there, they were told, you better be there. you better be there and you better receive
It was not
Raila.
Uganda.
You
It was
better
not
be
staged.
there
It
and
was
I
told by who?
It is
it
alright,
was
but it's
you know
unverified
I'll
information.
get
Yeah.
I'll get a
That's
video.
unverified.
Yeah,
I
let me-
don't
let me
think,
see
first
it.
of all, I don't think it was staged because I actually was seeing the videos and Gachagua was receiving the head of state.
Alishtuka.
What? Alishtuka, because if you see it, if you look at the head of states coming in, kuna wale wase ukimbiza gari wanaitwa aje, the bodyguards, okay? But when Raila came, there was no bodyguards kando ya gari.
Mzee anashuka.
Unaona, and then alikuwa na driver peke, si ndio? And then kuna watu wamesimama na Gachagua and everybody, and then there's somebody confirming this is who, and then Gachagua is like, okay. So when that person, before afungue mlango, alienda ka confirm, akamwambia Raila. Unaona, you could see the way he was. And then Gachagua akasema, akasema okay,
But fit the old man his
fungua.
ego. Acha
Unajua akasema,
that makes him happy.
so what I'm trying to say, it's not even about Kuibani. I don't even care about. I'm just trying to say these parties that we are getting into them, sometimes they have mixed thoughts. Uko like, what are you standing for? You're telling us you're against this, but I see you doing by supporting this.
Exactly.
Unajua. So me as a party member, hata nikiwa hapo, I don't think I do deserve kuexpeliwa because you're not even standing for the things you said you were standing for again anymore. Unasema tuende to riot lakini sikuoni pahali enough. Unasema tufanye hivi. I'm not seeing you getting so much involved into what people, it looks like you're using people. Unaelewa, you're using the mass you have to actually get your things done, but you don't have your people.
If you
So
feel like it's not working, leave. It's like a marriage.
So even Pasaris kuchajiwa, unajua walikuwa na meeting. Pasaris amechajiwa. There are people who have been expelled. There are 5 of them who have been expelled because they have they are actually unajua wana nini na rivalry. But look at yourself first. Are you sure wewe mwenyewe ni saint haujai kuwa involved? Because everything we are seeing and only smart people. So party ni yako wewe ukue corrupt, ukitaka kitu wewe unajifanyia, party mwenzako mwenye ana nguvu unamkalia. I make sense to me and I don't disagree. That is my point.
Bisi wa urumi.
Affiliation nani Pasaris ni sawa. Mimi naona kama anachajiwa hiyo 250, of course party ingekuwa, mimi nasema party ingekuwa imesimama straight na Pasaris ameenda kivyake, anafaa nini ya finance achajiwe for that money. But her being there and the party is also 50-50 hivi, everybody has their own way in that party. Exactly. Oh, kids.
Understand party politics is a scam set up by white people. I want you guys to read the book called Machiavelli. The Prince Machiavelli, when they start set up this system, it's a scam. That's why when they created America, they knew the scam. They said, hey, we don't want to have any parties. We don't want the parties here. We don't want a 2-party, 3-party, no these systems. Because they're lies. So go get the book, Machiavelli, the Prince. You understand when the people that ran the planet, these elites were setting up this thing called democracy and these parliamentary systems, what they were done for. That was to keep the people fighting each other. Say, I'm part of this party. I'm part of this party. But really behind the scenes, the people that run the world control both parties. So now you're fighting each other over bullshit and nothing ever changes because the people that actually run both parties set the agenda. So, just like Joby said, your opposition party in Kenya is fake. Your regular whoever's in power, they go back and forth. Usually they're supposed to go back and forth so the people won't get suspicious. One year this party wins, and then 4 years later, or whatever your next president, the next 5 years later, this other party wins. That's to keep the people not knowing that it's a scam to begin with. If you vote in any party politics, you are a phony. You need to be independent so you can be objective about your views. Because if I'm following the party, that means I gotta follow the party line. I can't be honest. I'm not objective. And all the party says this, okay, so I'm part of this party. Now I gotta follow this. That's why the shit doesn't work. Anyway, why shit don't ever change? Because it was never meant to change. It was set up as a scam. Do this for me, Joey. Put this up. On Google. Say Machiavelli creates the parliamentary or democratic system. You say parliamentary or democratic. So you know this is all a fraud. If you go to any party, they know it's all fraudulent. It's all to keep the people stupid. So Machiavelli, how you spell Machiavelli?
I know, kid.
You got it already?
Yeah, Machiavelli.
Machiavelli creates the parliamentary system. And it's a scam of the elite, the bankers that run the planet. So anybody talk about they're part of a party, they are morons. Because it's set up as a scam from its inception, from the beginning. So Shamani's absolutely right. It's a fucking scam from the beginning. From its inception. And that's why when they said for America, they didn't want any damn parties. That's why even criminal ass George Washington, hey man, we can't be making no parties. But of course the banker said, listen here, you goofy motherfucker, you ain't got no power. You gonna make parties up in this new country you call America. Because it's a scam. It's to keep the people confused while the elite behind the scene really make the agenda, Joe.
I think it's Eden.
You find anything on them?
I think it's Eden. It seems Eden. Let me see. It seems Eden. Looks some Eden, like some Eden information. But let me see.
So say Machiavelli creates the parliamentary system for the elites. See what that says? Say Machiavelli creates the parliament. So say democracy or Machiavelli creates the parliamentary system for the elites. See what that says?
Empty research on Google says you can't find such information. Yeah.
Wow! You can't. And that shit is really blocked in Kenya. Everybody tries to look up shit, you can't find nothing in Africa no more. And I can pull it up. So it means that Africa is even more censored. Okay, put us up. Say, what is Machiavelli known for? What is Machiavelli known for? Let's see if we can get that. God damn. What is Machiavelli known for? Wow, this shit really censored in Africa. They're not supposed to. What is
Yeah.
Machiavelli known for?
They say Machiavelli was an alias of Tupac Shakur. His posthumous album.
Tupac Shakur.
Machiavelli.
Pata Machiavelli msanii.
Ama mna pull up Machiavelli mgani?
Kuna Machiavelli Machiavelli mzee.
Machiavelli waronga.
Tupac alikuwa anaitwa Machiavelli.
Utapata madoba zake hapo.
The real guy.
The real go down.
Let's see.
Ongeza go down.
Go down, Machiavelli.
Crackers.
Okay, so let me read this. Let me read this.
What is the real Machiavelli?
let me try read this.
Amen.
They're saying from introduction philosophy, the renaissance, all philosophies and thinkers dealt with the end of the state. They thought that the political power of the state would be used as a means of achieve end. All political thinkers from Plato, Aristotle to the Middle Age had concerned itself with the central question of the end of the state, and had considered state power as a means of higher and conceived in moral terms. But Machiavelli adopted a quite different line. To him, the power of the state is the end of the state. Every state must aim at maximizing its power. The failure of the state is enterprise, and will throw it into great turmoil, and consequently he confined his attention to the means best suited to the acquisition, retention, and expansion of power. They're saying that the state is high.
Yeah, so what he did, Joe, that's the he created the parliamentary system to keep the power in the hands of the elite, so the proletariat, the regular people, won't be confused by these elections and party systems. He said, if you got a wrong leader, he would say, hey, they not vote. You won't vote for this motherfucker. system. But then all these other parties do parliamentary system, right? It's a fraud from its inception. It's fake.
So yeah, that is
So basically, in support of what Kevi is saying, if you want to be objective, just don't subscribe to any party politics. And the Kenyan constitution gives you a space for that. You can be an independent candidate, and then you don't have to worry about what you support, what you don't support. At least you can have
your
that
own
freedom.
stand,
Yeah, you are your own party. You can only demote yourself. Yeah.
But anyway, go to the comments. Going to the comments a little bit, I see Jerome was saying that the More shows are getting really interesting on Saturdays. Big up, and I see Jubata
Yes,
is
sir.
saying that how do we get people to stop voting by tribe, or in the US, voting Democrat or Republican? How do we get people to stop voting by tribe? Well, we'll have to stop. We'll actually have to deal with tribalism itself first, and deal with the country as a country, not just as African people.
The way you would do that, you have to raise the intelligence level of people, whoever asked that question. They dumbed it. Africa's really fucking stupid. And we're not as much higher than them.
We are not stupid.
Yes, they got control of the Fed. The process was to dumb down the world. If I dumb down the world, I can take over the world. So they remember they took over, Rockefeller took over the educational system globally. Just like they took over the goddamn medical field globally. But you got these vaccines, that's Rockefeller. He said, I want these motherfuckers dumb, and I want them goddamn sick, compliant. So understand, that's what. And I knew we were dumbed down when I started. I'm like Katie, I'm a reader, right? I used to be an insatiable reader. And I knew we were dumbed down because I would read older books. I was like, damn, there's some hard ass goddamn syntax shit. So I said, how they write like this in the 1920s? And I'm getting a book in the 90s and it's worse written. I said, and then I would listen to black people talk. Back when my grandmother talked, back in my grandmother days, I'm talking about gang members who put together complete sentences. I said, oh man, we're being dumbed down. So then I knew, so now I went to the IQ test. I said, damn, that led me to the Rockefeller, said, yeah, we're going to dumb everybody down on the planet because they won't know our schemes. That's why you know what they're doing now with the global warming. That's all them. You go look this up. That shit that happened in Nairobi yesterday. They already talked about that in the Club of Rome with David Rockefeller. That's a scam. But you're too stupid to even know it. Katie knew it because Katie talked to that dumb motherfucker today. We don't got any carbon in goddamn Kenya. What are you talking about, this electric shit? But they know everybody's too dumb to understand. You got that European bitch, whatever her name, what's that lady? We're here to partner with the Africans. Europe ain't never partnered with you. They're your goddamn enemies. We want to be partners and help you give money. We want to invest in the clean energy sector. So you want to give me billions of loans because they're not going to give you the money to invest in shit that don't work. Yes, that's exactly what we want you to do, you dumb niggas to do. Yeah. We want you to, invest in shit that don't work and be indebted to us for this fake renewable energy windmills and solar panels that will not power a nation. Understand that? And every one of those puppets were summoned there. It wasn't an African summit. It was a European summit. That's why they was the one speaking. Say, you niggas are going to implement this, niggas. That when the Africans did that, these are all Rockefeller, Rothschild, agenda. This agenda 2030. That's what you see happening. All these niggas, Kagame, all them niggas are puppets. You know who didn't show up? Mali, Kitty Faso, Guinea, Niger, because they're becoming free. These other niggas were summoned, the puppets. You niggas better get here. You better get here on time. That's why you see all the puppets up there. Global change. That's why you got Bruno driving around in some fucked up car. Talk about electric cars with motherfucker can't even afford a goddamn wagon now.
It's
I
crazy.
can't afford no $70,000 car.
It is insane. But
What are you talking about?
Keith, allow us to also move on right here. You used to say, you guys have said that Esther Passaris should face the consequences, and the rest of the people involved in
No, me I
ODM.
do disagree.
You disagree?
Yeah, because the party is not even straight. So
I
why
know,
are
so
they
it's the whole party.
It's the whole party. If the party is not straight, why are people? Ni kama Raila is stepping on people. Unajua nasema mimi naweza fanya kenye nataka because I'm the leader of the party. But you, because you're powerless down there, if you go against me, I'm going to actually ban you or you're going to be expelled. But yeye tumeona kifanya vitu zenye bado zina still go against the party. So it doesn't make sense for me kuwa.
For me, the reason I disagree with Shmani is because just a minute, Keith, just a minute. The reason I disagree with Shmani is because you can't go to a circus that is full of clowns and they tell you are a clown and you start complaining. And you are in the circus yourself. You went there
So
yourself. You are in the middle of clowns.
Then they're not supposed to be punished. Atoke tu.
Yeah, so Anafa, the fact that she's there means she's also a clown.
Yeah.
Or else she can, she always has that option of resigning from Azimio and going back to the people of Nairobi and asking for votes again, like Ronald Karauri did, and yeah, so she's a clown also for being in
these people are
Azimio.
hypocrites. Jana kwa climate summit.
Have you know none of these puppets have come out against what the Europeans have said? Have you know? That's how you know they're all puppets. Have you noticed none of them in that summit have come out against it? See, there's gotta be. That's how you know it's a lie. See, the laws of averages. There's always gonna be some dissent. There's never gonna be 100% of agreement in anything. But you haven't heard none of these puppets say, hey, this might not be the best way forward.
Raila pia anatuanga watu kwa party.
None of these puppets have said that because they're told what the fuck to do.
Kwa hiyo nini?
Sit there, they lie, they
Mbona
say,
Raila
you'll get your
sijajiwa kwa
let
parliament?
your car go around here. Look at me, go be niggas. This
Why
what
are people
this
scared
what I'm being
of
told to
actually
do.
bringing into the
You
news?
understand? These are puppets.
Hakonde huko.
But
Yes.
anyway, as we
But-
move on,
There was a question somebody asked about how we can
yeah.
eliminate, I don't know, voting by tribe.
Tribe,
If
yeah.
I was the president, if I was given a chance to change Kenya, I would do two things. That is, if I had a chance, the first thing I would do is eliminate parties. Kila mtu asimame tu kivyake.
Yeah.
Kila mtu, like Joby
No
stands
more
for what she
political
is.
rallies.
Yeah. The second thing I would do is introduce, there's something that Ruto introduced, but I'll introduce Ufala, inaitwa performance contract. I would introduce that and make it a crime. For example, you see your manifesto, I would make it legally binding. So if you present a manifesto to the Supreme Court before you are elected and you sign it, at the end of the 5 years, if the manifesto has not been manifested,
go
you
to
can
jail.
be jailed because
Yeah.
that is obtaining votes by false pretense.
British and the CIA run, kid. You'll never be elected, nigga.
Yeah. So that's what I would do. I'd first eliminate party
We don't
politics.
need you to discourage us.
And the
here.
second thing I would do is introduce performance contract in each and every.
I'm saying if you give, though everything he said is correct, you won't get elected because it is correct. I'm telling you. The country's still, I'm not saying what he's saying is wrong. I'm agreeing what he's saying is right. And that's why he won't get elected unless you overthrow the government.
You are killing my political dreams, kid.
What he's saying is
You are killing my political dreams.
Yeah, and also I agree with you because I believe it's not just only actually the ODM party members that are involved in the financial bill signing. We have the High Court, like I mentioned, the High Court members. We have a bunch of people, and they did come out actually. Some members of Parliament who said they were bribed.
Yeah.
They were, taken to the side and told that you need to do this. If you don't do it, this is what you're gonna face.
Actually,
That-
the chief's whip.
Chief whips.
Chief whips.
So it's you can clear.
the more he doesn't know, the more he doesn't know, Kenya's like Nigeria and Ghana and something.
Dimora said if he was chosen as the president,
If he could
he
be-
said if he could be the president, so he has a vision.
stop killing his son's dream.
You overthrow the government, Shimali. You can never be
Yeah,
Here we will mute you.
You're a dream killer. You're a dream killer. Here.
We will mute you and go forward without you.
But
I'm a
anyway,
village elder where I come from.
Watu wanakutii.
Mzee
wanakutambua. But anyway, as we move on, we also see that actually there's 5 members of the same party that have been executed, and they have been executed. Ama wamefanywa nini? We see that
Expelled.
expelled, executed pia. Of
Kwa
course,
job.
Sasa ya kichwa.
wanafaa wafanyiwe hivyo.
Spread rumors. Let's talk
Propaganda.
about it.
Hadi umenishtua. Wameuliwa wapi tena?
They're supposed to be done
Rest
that
in
thing.
peace. We love you.
Already, you know,
Hey,
mambo ni
hey,
matatu. Mambo ni matatu, you know.
But hiyo mambo ni matatu thing ilinifurahisha.
I know.
manze,
I'm
everybody.
all for it.
Ruto is being sued for it, you know.
But
Of course, you're
you
not gonna
can't,
see any
you
change.
can't even sue a president who is in power. It's not even in the constitution.
But you don't go threatening
nobody's
people's
above the
lives.
law.
No, you can.
You cannot sue a president who is in power.
You
in Kenya.
can.
You can't. I can open the constitution for you.
You can go to the
You
ICC,
can.
International
You can.
Criminal
Criminal
A
Court.
president or
No, didn't we see Uhuru
Oh.
being sued and going to the court? Kuna time
There's
they-
something that, listen Katie, there's something that Ruto signed the other day. Do you remember? Do you guys remember? You can't sue,
controlled.
you can't sue a sitting president.
But ilisaidiwa lini? When was it signed? When was it signed? Because we saw Uhuru going to the ICC.
Alikwanga amepelekwa ICC before akwe president.
Oh.
A sitting president cannot be prosecuted. Utangoja hadi atoke ndio utaenda kumpeleka kwa
Basi
koti.
tunamuassassinate.
But I'll Google
Guy,
for you.
hey.
You know, we are not spreading propaganda, so you have to
Yes.
look for facts.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have the 5 members of ODM party that have been expelled, and they're saying that the 4 Joro MP, which is Elisha Odhiambo, Carly Omondi, MP Suba South, Bondo MP Gideon Ochada, and Kisumu Senator Tom Ojedi. The 5 have been expelled from the ODM on grounds of involvement in activities of a rival party. And they're saying that the ODM chairman says that the process of removing the aforementioned from the ODM registered as started.
So let me read this really quick. Article 143, chapter 9, it says, criminal protection from legal proceeding. Criminal proceeding shall not be instituted or continued in any court against the president or a person performing the functions of the president during the tenure of office. That is
Aye,
chapter 9, article 143 of the Kenyan Constitution.
Who
That's
signed
good.
that?
If the constitution says that,
The Constitution of
2010.
Oh.
Yeah.
We need to change that.
I mean,
We
But
need
it-
to change
no,
that.
I support that because, you know,
Ati you support
People- yeah,
that?
yeah,
We
yeah,
will
yeah.
assassinate them.
just wait for me to, because, you know, it can be used by, it will be used by the puppets, and oh no, they already control us, but they are not going to use that avenue more, because they're going to tell you, if you don't do this, we are going to open human injustice cases against you, you know. So, but now the fact that anajua ko immune during his tenure, in as much as he's a puppet, he has that a little ego.
Criminals like those ones don't need to be taken to court. They need to be assassinated and executed.
you heard?
Period.
And that's on period. So I don't know why this 5 members of ODM wamekuwa
See,
expelled.
rivalry. Now
The rival party.
Yeah, they are
activity.
working with the rival party. We've seen people like Jalango,
Mhm.
Elvis Odiwuor. I feel weird when I call him with his name. Sijalas.
Jealous kwa jina.
His real name is Elvis Odiwuor. I always feel weird calling him like that. But we've seen him working with the government. So unajua hiyo kenye ulikuwa nasema party prostitution. And that is the reason. And it is the same and it
He's
is
a
the same thing. I
political
mean,
prostitute.
exactly. This is the same thing I think we've talked about. Because it is the same meeting. Pasaris alipewa fine. Hao wengine waliexpeliwa. So it's the same. I think there's nothing
So
much.
Jalasi
to talk about.
anajiaminia, just resign,
Well, I
come
bet
back
there's
to
much
Langata.
because
look
if
for-
I try to look at it on this point, is where we're saying we need to drop the parties, and then we're also talking about because again, mind you, we're being ruled by tribe ahead. It's the same thing I was saying earlier today. We have so much going on in our countries, and everything that actually affects one one party, it becomes now a tribal thing
thing.
with
Yeah,
us,
yeah,
the
that's
common
human.
wananchi. You know, every time you hear, oh, ODM has done this, you
Remember they kept that going on, with Jomo Kenyatta.
Yes.
That's how he could roll. That's how the British put him in there. Keep the tribal shit going. That's why all these puppets have never got rid of the tribe. Only Kwame, everybody knew about well, George Stanetta did it down in Tanzania. Hey, gotta get rid of the tribe. Common sense, Jay. That's what you gotta do from the beginning. You can't even have a cohesive country. You talk about different tribes and shit. So, but the British who put Jomo in and said, listen, nigga, you gonna keep the tribal shit going. You gonna keep it going. He was definitely a tribalist. Hell, he had to lose almost fighting his ass. He was a complete, all these goofy puppets have been tribalists. That's how they keep power, like you guys right. You'll get some youth fighting each other, a tribe. So it keeps a country stabilized. It can never develop because it's not a unified country. It's a hodgepodge of a fiefdom. And so to do this, you guys are correct, but you're going to have to overthrow the government. You're just going to have to have a real coup from the bottom, not from the top. It has to be from the citizens. Because Kenya was set up as a fiefdom, like Ghana, like Nigeria. They're fiefdoms. You can't change anything from the top down as president. You gotta change it from the bottom up, from the people. You just gotta be complete. You can't get a clean thing
Yes.
out of an unclean thing. Kenya's dirty as shit. You can't get a clean thing out of an unclean thing. It's gotta be completely torn down. When an institution doesn't work, it's gotta be eradicated and built from the bottom up. So it's gotta have a, just like Museveni's scared. Uganda's gotta have a fucking coup. That's why that goofy nigga fired everybody and put his family as the damn new military. If you don't, man, you talking about a banana republic. How the fuck do you fire all the military and put your family members as the new military?
that is my friend Museveni. He can do that, you know,
Yes.
because he has the capability.
You're correct.
You know.
But before we get to continue, I see John Doe in the building. Karibu sana. He's saying we're executed. We corrected that, but yes, we can execute him as well. And
Jalas.
also, see Jalas.
No, the members of
Yeah, but
ODM.
I see John Doe is also saying, Katie the assassin. I'm not an assassin, but I can be an assassin. Fear
Depends
me.
on the context.
Yes, King of the Sun is saying the Hague thing was just politics to dispose Ruto and Uhuru ahead of 2013 elections. And John Doe is saying, what about civil proceedings? The more that
Yeah.
question is
Oh,
projected to you.
Civil proceedings. Actually, it says you know, there's this aspect that you can sue the government but not the president. You can go and sue the government and say, for example, somebody sued the government on the finance bill. So you can sue the government but not the person.
But
the
why is it
person.
that yesterday it was written that the president has been sued through the Chief Justice
Anthony
Office?
That is
General.
just that is just
Attorney
that is
General.
just propaganda. You can just read here and see the president cannot be sued. He enjoys
So
absolute immunity.
it is a lie. They're just
Ni clout
writing.
to-
Sasa hadi president pia ni clout na attorney general.
We need a referendum
Nani
in this
president alisema
country.
amesuiwa?
Ilikuwa imeandikwa let me get it. The president has been sued kwa hiyo nini yake tamu yake ya mambo
Attorney
matatu
General.
through the attorney general's office.
About saying mambo ni matatu.
Yeah.
That's madness. That's against the constitution.
But I see John Doe is saying bottom up coup. The king felled by his own sword.
Okay.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, so
The
in
king.
conclusion of the story of the 5 members, I was saying, this is what you need to see. We need to drop the parties again. And because you have to look at Jalango, the 5 of them, they have influence wherever they are, guarding wherever they are representing, you know, wherever they have been appointed to be members of whatever, they have influence. This influence, due to the tribe, is gonna make a certain impact. And the same, this is what you're gonna see the opposition anytime is gonna be pulling any type of demonstration. People are gonna be coming in with the rival, you know, with the fight and everything, because we don't even know who are really guiding us. You know, we don't even understand how politics literally works, how we're being used, you know, for them to fulfill some certain agendas, which is one of them killing us, genociding us, you know, slowly and slowly. But anyway, as we move on, I also want to talk about Cilicia. Anaitwa Cilicia.
Silasia.
Where? Cilicia. Shout out to Cilicia.
Salasia.
I'm confused na Edwin. with Cilicia.
Salasia.
So,
Now, from all these protests you see in the street, what has changed for the average African in Kenya?
nothing. That is that. The change was death.
Exactly. Absolutely nothing. Because it's never meant to change. You get these puppets from the opposition party, get you all stirred up, you camp some shit, but your life never changes. Because it's nothing but the focus, energy that you have built up, and to dissipate that energy into something that they want to go into, but never changing your life. You guys got it.
Yeah, but moving on, like I was saying, we want to talk about the member of parliament from Mumias County. Mumia East County, and this guy just spoke nonsense. That is actually what Katie was sharing on her show today. The guy who said he didn't see when he was asked about the climate.
This ain't the climate change guy again.
Yeah, the climate change guy again, because it's been going viral because of what he said, and also now getting into our main focus of the day.
This how you know Kenya, you're a banana republic. How can a moron like this even be elected? This guy's an absolute moron.
So he made that. I think I don't want to share any more of the video. Katie shared it on our show, and if you did miss it out for those who are with us on YouTube.
Oh, Joby, you gotta share it. Some people, but you gotta share it, Joby. You gotta share that video.
But you don't understand Swahili, kid. Come on. Oh, it was English. It was in English. Oh, okay. If you did look at it,
So as we're looking for that video, so we can comment on it.
Yes.
Yeah. So for me, I
No, we cannot comment on what we have not heard.
Alright.
Let's hear it first.
Okay. Let me see.
mambo ni mata.
Tumemkata tumwambie
Sioni. Hiyo video nimeitafuta by the way.
Shout out to him. Shout out.
Yeah,
to
but
Salasa.
on that, as I look for the video,
Uh-huh.
as I look for that for the video, we've also seen that Ezekiel Mutua has come out and spoken on the same matter, as addressing the youths that we're so much on TikTok shaking our nyash, and we can barely
Oh, but
even
that's-
talk about the climate change.
That's more beneficial. I would advise you
Well,
to go
talk
shake your
about
nyash
climate
rather
change.
than
Is it
climate
It is
change.
raining.
Oh my God! I don't have a pullover. How will I go?
I've missed
I
rain.
mean, if I found two people,
Climate change has
if I-
already begun, you guys. It's climate change. Wait.
so Job, if I found two people, one shaking nyash and the other one talking about climate change, I'm
Yeah.
taking the one
With
shaking
nyash.
nyash more serious, because this one is a fool.
Why?
You know, climate change, talking about carbon emission and everything. Kenya's carbon footprint is
It is 0.04.
0.44.
That's the thing is, you know, environmental
0.44.
conservation.
Actually, you're giving it an extra. It
That's-
is 0.0.
You know, environmental
No, it is
conservation.
0.0.
Google
That's
basi
Google-
napeana different nini
Google, I can't
information.
even trust Google.
I know, that's right.
Environmental conservation is a noble thing to do, and it's something that every man should do. But when these big companies and these countries and these big people try to make it a business, then I'm no longer part of it. Talking about how we are destroying our planet, you don't know, clean energy for
And
who?
actually, talking about
Clean
it
energy
is
for who?
making people who don't have information on our corrupt.
Big business, by the bankers on the big businesses. People go behind us on all the businesses on the planet. They own all of them. Every 500, every Fortune 500, they own. So, this is a lie. It's
Jeez.
a scam. That's what they want to lock down the planet. They want to genocide every. Are we on YouTube? I might have to private this video. This is about population control tomorrow.
Mtu aliambiwa
Ezekiel. 2030 is. They've already. It's all in their shit. You got the fake climate change shit, which is a lie. There's
Yeah.
no climate change, and you don't affect no fucking climate. Everything they say, you get the false science because they own all the
talking about carbon footprint, well, everything in this world is made up of carbon, and carbon is actually a beneficial thing to have. Carbon is literally, rocks are made up of carbon. Almost everything is made up of carbon. So at what point did, anyways?
Yeah.
Naona aliambiwa iti Ezekiel aliambiwa iti
Why didn't that these puppets say, hey, Kenya doesn't have any carbon footprint? We're 0.4. We don't have no carbon footprint. Why didn't none of these puppets say that?
Flying in private jets that are emitting carbon to come and talk about climate change, man. What
Ezekiel
the fuck?
Mutua said, you will see youths wasting time on TikTok posting nonsense,
Shout out to them.
but they know nothing about the Africa Climate Summit.
niliona mtu alimwambia iti it's because watu na follow ni watu wa Nyash. Alafu wale wanaongea
Shout out to them.
sensible wale wanaongea sensible wa follow.
Utawafollow.
So ukienda kwa feeds zako
Anaenda kwa
ni
kina
Nyash.
Sam.
Ezekiel Mutua, nitumie hiyo list ya watu umefollow. Anyash.
Akajibu eti my follow what happened.
Haki ya Ngai. Unaenda tu kwa kina Saru.
Feeds zako zinashow tu what you follow.
Haki ya Ngai. But anyway, let me share the video here. I found it very quickly. We are what Silisia ama ni Salasia.
Salasia.
Manzemi jina yake na me I think I'm not good with the Luya names. Salasia.
Welcome to SPMers. Maybe you can tell us what is happening today at KCC. Okay. We, as we all aware, is that it's climate change, yeah, right? Because we find like
Right? Why? You are asking us if it's climate change, right?
Yes, we are not aware.
Right? You're not even sure about what you're talking about. Like, right? I'm confused.
by the way, climate change is real because of the global warming. I think I was in Mombasa last week,
I think I was in Mombasa.
Why are you there?
You are not even there.
and it was so cold. So I asked them, "What's not happening?" They told me it's because of at the ice at the jua imekuwa
Ati ice, ati jua.
mingi, ice na melt.
Ati ice, ati jua.
Exam melt.
Mara kuna basi.
So nini inakuwa baridi hiyo nini, so global
Nini?
Kwanza, where is the ice coming from in Kenya?
Well, ice ina melt.
Nini?
And then inakuwa nini?
Shout out to the ice.
climate
Moja wana Nakuru kuna ice ni kwa nini?
it's real, and whatever people are going to be told here, if they're going to implement well for the sake of the country.
Yes, Mheshimiwa, how are you championing for climate change?
People are
Okay,
supposed to
climate change,
implement what they are being told to them.
we have like we know we are a representative of the rural constituencies, and now being from the rural constituencies, they use most of the time kuni, and now we are advocating
That's the only
Coco
sensible,
Chico.
at least that's the only sensible thing he said. That's a big sense.
for use kokojiko
Yeah.
and other things like those ones, gas, those are hizo ndio vitu tuna but now because again another challenge is
Hata amalize statement.
Tunaiba.
hawana pesa ya kununua, so ninapata like it's becoming a challenge, but we are hoping the government will come up with measures on how venye wamesema nitakureduce hiyo tax ya nini gas itatusaidia. Yep.
Yeah.
Have maybe a proposed plan maybe to help government campaign for the African climate change?
Okay, we are going to submit. We are going to submit. We have a plan. Youth in my constituency have the proposals. They are very creative. So we are going to forward for them and see how they can be funded and implement.
Tumeona rais wetu aliweza kuendesha gari
Like anaenda kuforward tu information hata hizi ongea.
kukaa. Maybe moving forward, are you planning maybe to buy one maybe so that you can use it?
Nikipata nanunua. Nikipata nanunua ya stima. Natafuta.
All right.
This Soluya, yani, I tell you, like deep in the western
Shamahoho vibes.
side. Nakwambia, it's just crazy. But anyway, I don't know what you guys think about the Ezekiel Mutua thing. Actually, I tend to agree with you because
Go shake nyan.
nah, those who are, like it's really, those who are, I can't. Siezi, penye for some African open it's raining. I can't be able to shout. Those who shall be able to hear us, well and good. It's massive heavy rains here. We hope not to experience blackouts.
Climate change.
Yeah.
The ice is men. Ice in a men.
Yeah. So what I'd say about Ezekiel Mutua, what he's saying, as we get closer to winding up, whatever he's saying, it kind of makes sense, and again, it doesn't make sense, you know, because I believe we're actually supposed to be looking into what these people's agenda is all about. Because if you look at the video, there was one of the video I was watching yesterday. I was to share on my show.
Keith, wait.
Just wait.
Keith, wait.
We can't even hear
I can't even hear you.
Yeah. So I was trying to look at the video, one of the videos I was watching, and mse mmoja alisema climate change is about the wind moving from west to east. Mwingine akasema mimi sina maoni, by the way. So from the moment we're showing even no concern, these people are taking advantage because we're not even informed about what the agenda is about.
Yeah.
And again, we're not supposed to be talking about it because we do not experience any climate changes. But TikTokers, this has nothing to do with TikTokers. Actually, TikTokers are more informing people than you yourself telling
They share
people.
happiness.
Exactly.
They show, yeah.
People on TikTok are not sharing much information than you people lying to us on the mainstream media about how climate change is benefiting us.
Yeah.
So personally, I believe it has the two sides of the coin, the negative and the positive side of it.
I would say first and foremost, of course we need to know. We need to have the information because kama una information, they will come and manipulate your mind. Unajua?
Yeah.
And even talking about it more unaona saizi tunaiongelea a lot of stuff is going on. People who don't have information wanakuwa corrupted. Alafu wanakuwa corrupted. Unaona wakijua sasa kuna summit inaendelea, wao wajui kenye inafanyika, they just agree. But with the information you have also, you can actually tell people this is happening. So even TikTok people who have the platforms wanafaa wajue. However much it doesn't, unajua haituhusu, si ndio? Hatuna hiyo carbon. Tuko sawa, but ambia mse mwenye ajui tuko sawa, usisikie, so that we can go there and object.
Exactly.
You understand? So that ajue for kumbe hatuna hii kitu. The man is a phone. Young up. So what you're saying is inform people, let people know. The people who don't have the information, waambie ndio wasikute, let them not get corrupted in mind, and let people telling them, oh, we can do this, we have this, information is power. So I do believe even TikTok are supposed to be knowing, however much you're not involved in. The reason is when you have the knowledge, nobody can come and corrupt your mind.
True.
But without the knowledge, there's a lot of possibility or even get it bought out. So have the knowledge, and I do agree. TikTok is supposed to have the knowledge. People are supposed to know what the hell is happening. I'm disappointed because yesterday we were on the streets and we were at MMU. That is the More school, to be precise. Where you don't, I will not shule hapo.
It's not my school.
It's where he's
The Mare studies at MMU, so we were in his school. Yeah. So these people were saying that you ask these students, unawauliza nothing fresh or whatever wako kampu. You ask them that do you know even about the climate summit? How is the climate change of climate affect? They're like, that does not concern the youth. I'm like, what is happening? You don't even know what is happening in your country. I'm like, what do you mean? That does not concern the youth. It's super crazy. Nobody knew. Apparently, we interviewed more than 7 people. Nobody knew.
should have tried.
No one, not even one person knew about the climate summit.
It is so sad.
Crazy.
It is so sad, and I believe that's why I'm saying people need to be informed about what our presidents, so-called presidents, to be specific.
Look at the pollution.
The ice. The ice melting.
Yeah.
We are not discouraged, kid. We are not discouraged. I'm sorry if we sound discouraged, but we are not discouraged at all. We're just saying, I believe African people should actually stop being ignorant. That's all I'm saying. When you see something being widely, which involves your continent, being
Speak up.
spoken about, rather the agenda being brought in your country or any other African country,
Okay, hold on, wait, okay, let me respond. Let me go back to UK. UK 2 years ago,
John.
as informed, as enlightened, as intelligent as you are, could you and Katie, as you are today, talk to Joby and Katie from 2.5 years ago? Could you? Would they listen to you too?
let bygones be bygones. Let bygones be bygones. We are here right now. We are very well informed.
Let's bury the hatchet.
Nah, we need to know about the
Yeah, I know. We know. We know, and we are grateful, and that's what I believe. It's taking time. African people are waking up. It's happening. The good thing is that it's happening, and I'd say we were not the same, but we are proud to be where we are, and that's why we want also the rest of our people to see the same. You know, from the angle we see it.
You guys are both highly informed, you know. You're actually dangerous. You're dangerous to people. I always remember what you guys say. I always remember you said you guys are actually a danger. You don't understand. You guys are actually a danger to the system because you know too damn much. So, but I'm saying, could you, Joby and Katie, talk to Katie and Joby of 2.5 years ago? Would they listen to you too?
No.
Would Katie and Joby would they listen to you? No, so that's what I'm saying. So be a little patient, have a little compassion, and don't get discouraged.
All right. But anyway, family, we're coming to the end of today's show. I don't know if you guys had anything else to add on top of that.
No?
Nada. Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Let me go to the comments on right here on YouTube. I see Jiba Jabba was saying that I have a PDF of the prints. I'll post it on WhatsApp for everyone.
Nice.
Well, thank you for sharing. We shall be checking it out. You're also saying that
That's Machiavelli. That's Machiavelli the Prince. Name of the book, Machiavelli. You can't even find this shit on YouTube in Africa. Joe said, Tupac's album called Machiavelli.
yeah. So
Be the real Machiavelli first, not Tupac.
yeah. So I also see Jiba Jabba saying that kid old books are where it is at. They contain more intellectual heft. Okay, and you also see you're saying that yep, moms, the word.
They still jibber jabber because we're dumbed down now. You go to all of them be like, shit. If you're not smart like a kid, you're not smart enough to stand read, you might not better reach out, put this book down. This book hurt my head.
I also see Jiba Jabba is saying that performance contracts bring that to the US. Heck yeah. And yes, yeah, I believe that should be introduced to all of us because we have a lot of these people who are bringing any manifestos.
Yeah, just
And by the end of their term, which it's actually extended, you know, they want to serve two terms, 3 terms, which they have not fulfilled
let people
anything.
be jailed for their manifesto.
Exactly. But anyway, family, coming to the end of today's show. This has been Tubonge, and I hope those who shall be catching this on a replay, you enjoy. Yeah, and have yourselves a beautiful, 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 beautiful day, beautiful time.
And shout out to Gambit. Hope he gets free of Somali pirates beating and raping us. So get free. Call me, I'll send you ransom, nigga.
Yeah, so peace, family. See you guys on the Africa Today show. We shall be on YouTube, so catch up with us and see what's up on this other end of the world. So much love.
Yes, family, thank you so much for tuning in. Shout out to everybody who takes time to tune in on the morning show. I know sometimes most of them are asleep, but thank you so much to all our TikTok, listeners. And of course, see you tomorrow, same time as in the morning, same place as always. Much love.
See you on Saturday, and always remember, know thyself.
Much love, family. Kwaherini. See you tomorrow early in the morning.
Well, you heard it from the lady. See you guys tomorrow, but see you tonight on the Africa Today Show. Thank you, Kid, for tuning in as well, and to those who have been active with us on TikTok. Asanteni sana. I hope you have yourselves a beautiful day. Take care, and tuonane jioni.
Oh, my love.